As the sun dipped below the horizon, a chilling wind swept across the desolate landscape. Camus, a rugged man in his late 30s with haunted eyes, trudged through the empty streets of the city. The world had ended a week ago, but Camus was still alive, moving like a ghost through the remnants of civilization. The sky above was an unnatural shade of crimson, a permanent reminder of the catastrophe that had befallen humanity. Strange whispers seemed to emanate from the shadows, but Camus paid them no mind. His focus was singular: survive. He clutched a worn photograph of his family, the only motivation that kept him going. As night fell, the darkness brought with it a suffocating sense of dread. Camus found refuge in an abandoned house, but something felt off. There were signs of recent activity: a half-eaten meal, a toy left in a hurry. He crept through the house, every creak of the floorboards echoing like thunder in the silence. Suddenly, he heard a noise from the basement. His heart pounded as he gripped his flashlight tighter and descended the creaking stairs. In the basement, the air was cold and thick with an unnatural silence. He saw a figure standing in the corner, facing the wall. A chill ran down his spine as he approached. "Hello," he called out, his voice trembling. The figure turned around slowly. Camus gasped. It was his wife, but her eyes were vacant, and her skin was pale as death. "Camus," she whispered, her voice devoid of life. "Join us." From the shadows emerged more figures, his children, his neighbors, all with the same empty gaze. They surrounded him, their cold hands reaching for him. Panic surged through Camus as he backed into a corner. "This isn't real," he muttered to himself. But the cold, dead hands closed in. At the last moment, he saw a glimmer of hope, a hatch in the floor. With a burst of strength, he broke free and dove into the hatch, slamming it shut behind him. He found himself in a dark tunnel, the air heavy with the scent of decay. As he crawled through, he felt a sense of hope returning. Maybe there was a way out, a way to escape the nightmare. Emerging on the other side, Camus found himself in a bright room filled with monitors. On the screens, he saw images of the world above, the ruins of cities, the crimson sky. And then he saw something that made his blood run cold. The monitors showed the very room he had just left, but there was no one there. The figures, his family, the basement, all illusions. A voice crackled through the speakers. "Welcome, Camus. You've passed the test." Confused and terrified, Camus stumbled forward. "What test?" he shouted. A door opened ahead, revealing a blinding light. "Humanity's test. Only those who confront their worst fears will survive." As he stepped into the light, the voice continued. "The real world has been waiting for you." In a flash, the light enveloped him, and he was transported into a lush, green world, teeming with life. He realized with a start that he wasn't in the post-apocalyptic wasteland anymore. He wasn't even on Earth. The end of the world, it seemed, was just the beginning.